is called the Mining Tenement System. And this project received the Gold Award for the category Innovations in E-Governance. And they have created a single window digital platform to streamline the entire mining lease and approval process. Integrating advanced technologies like GIS and AI, the system significantly enhances transparency, reduces delays, and enables a real-time monitoring across the mining sector. The second project that we have today is going to be presented by Dr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra. All of us know him very well as the Distinguished Director General of Meteorology. And this is the multi-hazard early warning decision support system that the IMD has developed. And it's a pioneering platform that integrates weather, climate, hydrology, disaster response data to deliver dynamic impact-based early warnings. It has proven instrumental in saving lives and minimizing damage by enabling timely, informed decision-making process across states during natural disasters. So these are two very significant projects that take forward the government's policy of digital transformation of institutions and digital empowerment of citizens. And I look forward to an insightful session in these presentations, and I'm sure all colleagues who are attending this webinar will benefit from how digital governance models can transform our lives. So let me invite Shri P.K. Bhattacharjee to... Achha, there is a film. Okay. So we will play the film, and after that we will hear the first presentation. Yes, please play the film.
India's mining sector is transforming with a focus on transparency, compliance, and digital efficiency. The Indian Bureau of Mines under the Ministry of Mines has introduced a game-changing initiative, the Mining Tenement System. Mining Tenement System is a robust end-to-end digital governance platform built as a single window system. It re-engineers legacy mining processes to ensure faster, more accountable operations in compliance with the Mineral Conservation and Development Rules 2017. From registration and mining plan submission to mine closures, star ratings, drone-based inspections, and exploration tracking, Mining Tenement System brings all mining-related functions under one unified digital roof. The key aspects includes digitization of licensing, process optimization, and centralized data management with enhanced stakeholder interactions and transparency. Transforming manual workflows into a digital system facilitated faster approvals of mining plans, star ratings, and certifications, ensuring improved transparency and operational efficiency. Re-engineering existing mining workflows has streamlined the operations and reduced the manual errors through automation duly supported by a unified digital repository that ensures secure, real-time access to mining data for better management and decision-making. Strengthening coordination between stakeholders, which included miners, traders, government agencies, and allied bodies via a centralized digital system, supported an efficient government-to-government and government-to-citizen service delivery with real-time transparency, thereby ensuring visibility into mining activities and compliance. The foundation of Mining Tenement System is deep process re-engineering. The re-engineering process includes comprehensive process review to uncover inefficiencies, bottlenecks, and opportunities for automation, streamlining of processes by removing manual interventions, simplifying procedure, and implementing digital tools for faster execution. 28 activities were removed and 13 physical activities were modified with the development of standard operating procedures to promote consistency, accuracy, and scalability across operations. The process optimization and compliance monitoring included a creation of a centralized digital system that allows miners and all stakeholders to access vital data instantly, replacing all manual paperwork, thereby improving time and efficiency. The key outcomes included faster approvals, reduced renewal times, and minimized human errors. Automated alert ensured timely compliance actions, while comprehensive audit trails improved transparency and minimized regulatory risks with real-time tracking of tenements, licenses, and critical updates. Mining tenement system seamlessly integrates the drone-based imageries, orthomosaic images, digital elevation models, digital terrain models, and geographic information system, thereby allowing real-time visualization of boundaries, drawing out mined-out excavation profiles, and volumetric calculations. This has improved efficiency and streamlined decision-making. After achieving 100% faceless submissions and approvals, faceless inspections gradually replacing physical inspections. The platform provides seamless data integration and analytical tools, offering officers valuable insights to identify gaps and facilitating easy implementation with improved transparency. The results speak for themselves. Over 1.6 lakhs faceless submissions, more than 3,000 drone images processed, over 500 virtual inspections completed, 100% paperless workflows, and 24-hour grievance resolution, all backed by advanced data analytics and real-time tracking. Mining tenement system provides seamless access to all stakeholders from all state government departments, Office of the Comptroller and Auditor General, Ministry of Mines with notified exploration agencies, thereby ensuring holistic and integrated governance. Active across all states and union territories, Mining Tenement System caters to 1.65 lakhs beneficiaries comprising various companies, individuals, firms, association of individuals in varied domains of mining and mineral-based activities like mining, trading, storage, end use, export or import. All these locations are, in general, at the remotest locations having limited infrastructure. Awarded by ELET's Atmanirbhar Awards and recognized in the 2024 audit report of the Office of Comptroller and Auditor General as a benchmark for digital transformation, Mining Tenement System sets a precedent for governance excellence. With minor minerals and atomic mineral users also soon to be onboarded, the journey of Mining Tenement System continues. Mining Tenement System is more than a platform. It's a promise of efficiency, a commitment to accountability, a future built on transparency. Join us in reshaping India's mining landscape, digitally, decisively, and sustainably.
Let me invite Shri P.K. Bhattacharjee. Kindly make a brief presentation in about 20 minutes, please. Thank you very much. Yes.
Good morning.
P.K. Yes, please.
Respected Secretary, sir, and all senior officers who have joined this conference. I am sharing my presentation on the mining tenement system. My screen is visible, I suppose. So, mining tenement system was basically an essential requirement of the national mineral policy. It was mandated in the national policy to have a tenement system governing the different submissions, approvals, and processing. It is an unified paperless platform which has been initiated by Indian Bureau of Mines, an attached office under the Ministry of Mines. And there are different number of around 14 number of submodules These all are connected with different specific process and activities, granting registrations, approvals, star ratings, collection of the publication of the average sale price, collection of all the exploration reports, submission of the notices reports, mineral processing reports, registrations, inspection of the mines, and the mining lease directive. What was the purpose? What was the purpose for getting this system boarded into? It was the digitalization of licensing, transforming the manual mechanism into a digital system to streamline the approvals and compliance that were required under the provisions of Mineral Conservation and Development Rules 2017 in order to achieve an improved transparency and operational efficiency. As it was already shown in the earlier video, that the entire submissions, whatever was lying in the document, these were all big, bulky hard copies, which were very difficult to be handled. These were the sort of maps, and these all maps used to be submitted in the scale of, in a specific scales as mentioned in the Mineral Conservation and Development Rules, in a scale of somewhere around varying from 1:1000, means 1 mm equal to 1 meter, to 1 mm equal to 4 meter, leading to submission of such large extensive drawings which even can't be opened on the surface of a desk. And this is the present system where everything is being submitted, periodical drone-based imageries are being taken by the different leases, and there it is a routine annual submission that is made by the lessees. And whenever they are also approaching to get any mining plan approved, they are doing an updated survey and submitting it to Bureau of Mines. These all automatic imageries, the DTMs, the DSMs, these are all having the digital elevations wherein we can do a very important sectional analysis as well as the volumetric calculations, which were on the basis of the difference of the two figures between the two submissions that they have made vis-a-vis their returns, what the quantities that they have reported in the returns. Now, there was another purpose. It was to enhance the stakeholder interaction and transparency. Indian Bureau of Mines is having somewhere around 14 regional offices along with 4 zonal offices, and any submission that used to be made to any regional office who is the approving authority has to submit it parallelly to a large other offices, to the headquarters, to the zonal offices, and as well as to the state government concerned. So there has to be a strengthening of coordination between these all stakeholders, which may be including the miners or who are not included in the mining parameter, but they are involved while trading, they are doing stockish, they are using end use of the minerals, they are either a registered exploration agencies or they have the successful bidders who have got a prospective license or a lease in it. And apart from that, the regulatory aspects related to the inspections or the scrutiny of these submissions and approvals of this were being parodied differently at different places with different norms and parameters has been unified to a single thing. How it has been achieved, how this has been done? It was basically a re-engineering of the entire process. A comprehensive process review was done where we have identified some important activities which were not needed, which were not essential, and some activities that needs modification on the basis of the changing scenario in the Act, rules and regulations presently. And creation of separate standard operating practices on the basis of which one can prepare and submit the document, and this will help in proper scrutiny and analysis also of these documents. These all submissions are stored in a unified digital repository which is secure and having a real-time access both to the applicants as well as to the government to make an improvised decision making. The core components of this mining tenement system includes the registrations of the licenses, the submission and approval of mining plans, submission and approval of final mine closure plans that needs to be submitted before surrender of a lease, the star rating of mines, which is an important parameters on the basis of which is being accorded by IBM, and on the basis of which the licensee or the applicant gets lot many relaxation in different other industry. The exploration proposals and their progress reports which is submitted into this application, and the regular inspections which are being done through the drone based imageries and application of GIS. And this is a sample matrix wherein you can see these all submissions were used to be made to different authorities and different points of time parallelly, and now these are all captured in the centralized portal, and which is being inspected, reviewed, approved, and monitored by Indian Bureau of Mines in coordination with all the state government through their respective Directorate of Geology and Mining. And this portal is having a seamless access to the Office of Comptroller and Auditor General. The overall budget for this project was somewhere around 51 crores, but with preparing the streamline process with the specific operating procedures and all, we could establish the project at a cost of 4.1 crores. Coming to the analytics part, till now we have more than 1.6 lakh faceless submissions made to it. We have more than 3,000 imageries, drone-based imageries processed in it, and we have done parallel 600 numbers of virtual inspections, and the time is not far away where we will gradually replace the physical inspections with the virtual inspections. And on the performance matrix index, we are resolving all the grievances in a time frame of 24 hours, and we have reduced the approval time from a maximum of 1 year to a minimum of 1 month, and other submissions which were submitted and it was evaluated in a very long duration are being processed in less than 20 days. You may note that the average sale price of minerals that was being published by Bureau of Mines, it took a lot of time. But now it has been submitted on the closing date of the month on which it has been submitted. These are some of the analytics showing the heat maps of the data distribution. This is a dashboard for the mining plan approval system, wherein any monitoring agency can monitor the time that is being consumed in approvals of the different plans. This is the same thing. This is with respect to the monitoring of the financial mine closure plans, the applications which are being submitted online. And this dashboard is having an additional feature. It also monitors the phase-wise completion of the financial mine closure plans that is being submitted with the quantity of the financial assurance that is either being released on completion of the plan or being forfeited and transferred to the state. It also monitors how much balance or residual reserves that the particular lease is having, as well as the bank guarantee or the financial assurance that particular applicants have submitted into along with this application. These are related to the monthly returns. Now our MCDR has been modified, wherein there is a delay, there is a penalty is levied if there is any delay in submission of the returns. So it is around 10,000 rupees a day, and that is being monitored. Here we can see, we can check which are the on-time submissions of the returns, which are the delayed submission of the returns, and accordingly the action is being taken by the administrative department. This is regarding the star rating of mines, where every mines is being rated from 1 to 5-star rating. This year we have accorded a new rating called 7-star rating, very exceptional mines out of the already approved 5-star mines, wherein we rate the mine on the basis of the overall performance indices and the green energy parameters. Here, these are the notices. There were many notices which were being submitted. These are all the notices that is being submitted under MCDR 2017, right from the notice of commissioning, notice of carrying out the exploration, notice for carrying out the stoping. These were all being submitted to the different state, different directorate, and to the different offices by the applicant. But now it is being submitted online in the portal, scrutinized in the portal, and is available in all the dashboards. These are related to the composite license model, which is a different model of granting a mining lease, wherein the applicant does the exploration first, and if he finds a prospective deposit, converts that prospective area into a mining lease. So here also they need to submit the periodic scheme of prospecting reports, and those inspecting scheme of prospecting reports, and those scheme of prospecting reports are also monitored periodically whether it is being done systematically or not to establish the resources. These are the dashboards on the average sale price of the system, wherein the published price of IBM, we can see what was the all India sale price for a particular grade of mineral in the all India level, and what was the grade of that mineral at the particular state level. And here in this, earlier this was not available with us. We have made a system wherein any agencies who want to get any characterization characterization test or any analytical results get tested from our lab of Indian Bureau of Mines. He can submit it to our lab. And here we have made specific provisions in case of the national critical minerals, whereas the samples are submitted in respect of the critical minerals. We analyze it and keep it updated in the dashboard. And these analytical results contains more than 55 parameters. These are related to inspection modules. Earlier, periodic inspection of any mining plants was used to be the physical inspections. But now there is a mandate that he has to do a virtual inspection first. He has to do a virtual inspection sitting at his office first. And then if he found some significant deviation, he will go to the field and do the physical inspections and compare it with the virtual inspections. At present, this is going parallelly. But once we develop the confidence, significant confidence over the virtual inspections, the physical inspections will be gradually rolled out. These are the list of all the mining leases which are scattered along all the states of our country. And these are the number of active leases and the non-working mines. And there are different ports which has not been updated yet by the applicant, and that will be updated. Then these are the registration system. This registration system means any applicant who intends to do any business in mining, trading, storage, end user, export, import of minerals, he has to get himself registered within IBM, and then he can do that activity. And he has to submit periodic returns in respect of the business activity that he has included in his registration. So all these companies, it can be a company, it can be a firm, it can be an association of individual, it can be an individual itself who has got any license or lease. He can get himself registered into the portal, which is the primary requirement, and further processes which are connected henceforth that he needs to do, like submission of returns, plans, everything is interrelated with each other. Then comes the interoperability aspects of our application. It has got a GIS and drone integration application. It is very important. We have introduced a new rule 34A under MCDR 2017, wherein any applicant who is holding a lease needs to submit a drone-based imagery of his area along with 500 meters beyond the area to Indian Bureau of Mines every year, and again at the time of submission of a mining plan. These are the sample orthomosaic images that we get, and we use the digital terrain models in calculating and estimating the pit profiles. You can see the brown line. It is basically section of a pit. The pit was existing at that level at a particular year, and it has gone beyond and pushed by a certain distance, which is as the present date. So we can do a volumetric calculation and find out how much quantity he has basically excavated from the pit, and the quantity that he has reported. These are the scrutiny reports. These are the virtual inspection scrutiny reports, wherein you can see this is a mine. It has been inspected and he has found some volumetric deviation of 18%. It is above the quantity that is reported. And then when he has reported a figure somewhere around 10%, he has to do a mandatory physical inspection and confirm the facts and findings in the field. These are again the same analytics tools. There are different analytic tools that are provided into the system, wherein he can see the trends, he can do a projections and get a more realistic figure. In the interoperability aspects, it is a centralized platform which is accessible by the licensee, lessee, by the statutory or the regulatory bodies, Bureau of Mines, all the state directorates of geology and mining. It is also accessible by MOEF and the Office of CAG. And it is also having the data integration with the NGDR, which is a National Geoscience Data Repository. In this, we upload the geological reports that is being submitted by the recognized exploration agencies. And very recently, we have also developed an API and provided it to BISAC to integrate it with the Gati Shakti project, wherein all the details of the leases, their boundaries are to be shown in that project. The geographic scalability potential. In the geographical scalability, it is extended. It is, you can see presently it is from the state of Rajasthan to even at Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where some mineral-based trading activities are being carried out. These are the number of registrations any applicant has done into the application. The demographic reach, it has reached the remotest location, and you can see these all dotted circular points are the minerals and the mining leases which are available in our country, which are all the list of the working mines which are present in the country. And majority of these leases, or as the source location cannot be changed, these are all located in very remotest area of the country. This is the stakeholder base. I already mentioned in my previous slide, it is having more than 1.65 lakh of beneficiaries connected with it. And these are the main advantage. You can see as we have developed our application on a modular concept. 1 month back, the Atomic Minerals Directorate, they have requested us that out of all your applications, we need 2 applications which we can immediately board upon. We had immediately boarded the Atomic Minerals Directorate on 9th of July 2025 into this application, where they can also do the registration in respect of the atomic minerals, and the registered party can submit its returns also into this application, and which can be reviewed and scrutinized by the Atomic Minerals Directorate. Future onboarding of minor minerals are also there, because we have received not many requests from the state of Andhra, Bihar, Maharashtra, that we also want to board our minor minerals into the applications, and gradually we are boarding all the minor minerals too into these applications. These are the impact of the project. It has got an efficiency gains. It has got a fast-track compliance. It has reduced the physical inspection dependence. We have processed more than 600 virtual inspections, and there is a high transparency and accountability. It is having real-time audit trails, and the compliance records are all visible and auditable, and it is 100% faceless processing. These are the recognitions that we have received. We have received 2 times the best practices mentioned by the Office of CAG in both in 2024 as well as 2025, as well as the ILETS Atmanirbhar Awards in the e-governance category. We have received many good feedback from different applicants also who are using these applications frequently. And the replicability potential of this project is very high because of the modular infrastructure. As I told, that EMD recently boarded into it. It has got a low implementation cost. All the workflows are SOP based. It has a strong stakeholder engagement model, right from the applicant to the regulatory agency to the state, as well as the other agencies who are linked with the approval of this. It has got a drone and GIS technology with real-time analytics and has a proven results in the high-risk and remote regions. And the potential use cases I mentioned already are the Atomic Minerals Directorate and the minor minerals of the State Department who are interested, who have expressed their interest to board this application. And we also find that most of the mining leases are in the forest areas itself. So the Forest Department can also board into this application. Conclusion, it is a systematic transformation which has got a proven impact. It has got a national scalability, and it is a very transparent governance model. And we are continuously improving it, improvising it day by day on the basis. We are also conducting periodic workshops at different places and different locations where the clusters exist, so that we also get updated from the applicants and update this application. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Bhattacharjee. I'm glad that this project has taken off and more than 1.6 lakh submissions have been made, and also it is useful for both G2G as also for G2C applications. So congratulations once again. Let me now invite, before I invite Dr. Mohapatra, we have a film on the project. So we will play the film, and after that we'll invite our distinguished speaker on the multi-hazard early warning decision system. Yes, please.
Not long ago, the India Meteorological Department relied heavily on traditional manual forecasting methods. Weather charts were hand-drawn, satellite and radar data processed manually, and forecasts were largely based on individual forecasters' experience. Though a decision support system was introduced in 2009, it was limited to a few locations. Slow, unscalable, and poorly integrated, leading to frequent delays and limited lead time in early warnings. Meanwhile, demand grew for faster, more accurate and localized forecasts across multiple sectors. The urgent need for impact-based forecasts that not just predict weather, but its likely consequences. This marked a turning point. IMD's experts came together to develop a scalable and automated DSS tailored to modern forecasting needs. After detailed planning and prototyping, the multi-hazard early warning decision support system was born. The DSS aimed to create a centralized web GIS-based platform that could integrate real-time observational and forecast data. The IMD team, led by Dr. M. Mohapatra, Director General, Meteorology, indigenously developed GIS-enabled DSS using open-source technologies, thus reducing costs dramatically. Every feature was designed with the end user, including the weather forecaster, disaster manager, socioeconomic sectors, and the people in mind. Once implemented, the time for data processing and warning preparation was halved from 6 to 3 hours, and the forecast accuracy improved by 20%. The system now issues automated alerts via SMS, mobile apps, and the Common Alerting Protocol, reaching 80% of the population in India and neighboring countries. Today, it stands among the world's most advanced early warning platforms, exemplifying a people-centric, life-saving, technology-driven approach to disaster risk reduction and sustainable development.
So I'll invite the distinguished Director General of the Indian Meteorology Department, Dr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra ji, to kindly make his presentation. Thank you.
Namaskar, good afternoon, sir. Respected Secretary, DARPG, distinguished delegates, participants, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I express our deep gratitude on behalf of India Meteorological Department, Minister of Earth Sciences, to DARPG for considering our project initiative for the National Award. This project on multi-hazard early warning decision support system was initiated in November 2022, and the first version was launched on 15 January 2024, commemorating 150th year of India Meteorological Department. At present, it is operational and providing service to general public, stakeholders, disaster managers, and government and non-government agencies. Before I proceed about the project, I just want to introduce the India Meteorological Department. It is the nodal agency of the country to provide weather and climate services. It has the objective to detect all the severe weather events and also to predict such that there is no loss of life and property. It also optimizes the information on weather and climate so that each and every person can utilize to improve socio-economic activities. It also aims at conserving the natural resources of the country. It also acts as a regional center to provide the guidance on weather and climate monitoring, forecasting, and services to all the countries in South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East, etc. The proposed project was based on improving the weather forecast services. We provide daily weather forecast services in different spatial and temporal scale. Starting with country as a whole, we go for state level, meteorological subdivision level, district level, block level, station level, or panchayat level forecast. We also provide special forecast to various stakeholders like aviation, marine, or surface transport, national highways, Indian railways, hydrometeorological information, agriculture, transport, tourism, fishery, power, shipping, and many more. We have the special severe weather warning for each and every severe weather occurring in the country. It may include heat level, cold wave, thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, tropical cyclones, gusty winds or squally winds, fog, etc. And all these severe weather warnings are being provided 5 days ahead, while general weather forecast is being provided 7 days ahead at specific locations, districts, and also at meteorological subdivision level. If you look at the entire process of weather forecasting, it starts with the observations. We take three-dimensional, or I would rather say four-dimensional observations from various sources, including the surface-based meteorological observatories, automated weather stations, automated rain gauges, balloon-based observations by releasing the balloons and the sensors, that is radio and radio wind balloons, pilot balloons, and also deploy the radar and satellite, and also specific observations with respect to hydrometeorological aspects, or marine aspects, or the aviation aspects. All these observations are integrated and collected through dedicated platform to the analysis center and the forecasting center. And in the analysis center, we have got high-performance computing system where all the processing of the data are carried out and they're assimilated in numerical regression models. Here also we have got the support of the climatological data. With the running of almost 7 numerical models, we generate forecast every day, and all these forecasts are converted into impact of stochastic stress warning for the end users, and it goes as a ready-to-build home, and it can be directly utilized by the public and disaster managers, other stakeholders for taking early actions based on early warning. We communicate all our informations utilizing all types of latest tools and gadgets for communicating through voice, through data, through video to the public and everyone. Next. So while doing all these things, if you look at just 2 years before, it was completely manual in process. There was no integration of all the components like meteorological observations, modeling systems, analysis systems, forecasting systems, early warning communication, and dissemination systems. As a result, there were many gaps. I will say in a acronym as forecast gap. We have got a fragmented system. To address all these things, though in 2009 we take up a system for decision making from France, but it was available only limited places. It was fragmented with a poor, slow data communication and less responsive system. We do not have a complete dedicated observational integration. There is no real-time validation or error corrections in meteorological observations in the decision support system. The radar and satellite data were underutilized in the system as the new satellite or new radar when came up, it could not be integrated. For example, at present we have 40 radars, but these radars could not be implemented in the earlier system. Error-prone manual processes were there because the analysis was manual, and product generation was manual, forecast warning was also manual in generation and dissemination. It led to more time consumption, less lead time for response actions, and lack of confidence forecast by various stakeholders. There was lack of customization in location-specific forecast. For example, forecast for Indian Railways, or forecast for national highways, or forecast for fishermen. There was deficit in automation. There was limited automation in preparation, analysis, visualization, and resolution of the products. For example, if you look at the satellite picture in a website, you will be thinking that our website has a resolution of 4 kilometers, this product is 4 kilometers. No, the product is available at the resolution of 12 kilometers, but actual product is 4 kilometers. The GIS-based decision support system, which is now available to the general public, can enable each and everyone to find the native resolution products of the satellites or radars or any other forecast products also. There was no scalability in the forecast. There was limited flexibility in India-specific needs. And there was no multi-hazard interoperability in the earlier decision support system. We are also dependent on the vendor. We are also dependent on the foreign sources. So this did not enable our forecasters or the system engineers to improve the system. There was a gap in integrating the numerical observation models. There are 7 numerical models being run at present twice a day, or sometimes 4 times a day. There are 3-4 foreign models which are also achieved by India Meteorological Department on daily basis, but we could not integrate all these models in this support system. Accessibility was poor because only 12 places were the system, it was not web-based, whereas we were more than 200 forecasting offices in the country. So there was poor forecast accuracy, no dynamic impact-based forecast system and risk-based planning, and also quality of the service needed enhancement. Considering all these gaps, the project was taken up to develop an indigenous multi-hazard early warning decision support system, DSS, and to the actions. Action means address all problem areas as listed earlier, then compare, comprehend, and analyze all atmospheric and oceanic observations in real time through round-the-clock watch. I just want to say that weather forecasting is an initial value problem. If your initial observation of land, ocean, and atmosphere is correct, your forecast will be correct. Therefore, there should be a system where we can compare, comprehend, analyze, make course corrections, even error is left in the observations, so that we can have a very good analyzed field which can go into the model, also which can be utilized to identify the system, that is, to track and decide the current status of the water, current status of the weather system with respect to their genesis, evolution, structure, and other characteristics. And also, objective was to integrate and evaluate all numerical observation models. There are 7 numerical observation models every day, and we are integrating it. Also, we operated collaboratively. There are sources of data here and there. There are different establishments like National Center for Meteorological Forecasting, there is Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, there is Indian National Center for Oceanographic Services. There are 550 departmental observatories. There are satellites from ISRO. There are 45 radars now. All these data are collaboratively collected and operated to develop the consensus forecast on each and every weather conditions, including the severe weather. Then this system has the capability to notify what is the likelihood of occurrence and what is the severity of weather conditions expected in a particular district or in a particular station or in a particular block or in a particular state or in a river catchment. Then finally, it summarizes and issues the impact-based forecast and risk-based warning of the severe weather at district level, location level, or the block level. On the right-hand side, some important outputs of the system is shown here to impress upon that district level forecast. On the right-hand side bottom, you can find out how it is generated from the system. Next. Now, this system is under weather analysis and forecast in the system. You will find that it is dealing with all the observations from land, ocean, atmosphere, and therefore, if you see the points of Mohapatra, like air, water, earth, sky, and fire, all the natural processes are taken into consideration In addition, the man-made processes are also taken into consideration in the modeling systems and that are integrated in our decision support system. So this decision support system first step starts with the MICS, that is Meteorological Information Communication System, by which we collected on real time the data and then quality control is carried out in the collection place itself. Then the DIPS, Data Information Processing System, it is highly computerized system located at the central level at Delhi, where all the data are processed. And finally, it is converted into single data format. As you know that different data are different formats, and you make subjective data, it will be objective data. So all these are converted into objective data format, which can be assimilated in the models. Then you have got a synthesized, synergized, integrated visualization system where we can visualize all types of data, whether it's from observation source or from modeling source. Then we have got the WIFS, Weather Information Forecasting System. It is the output of all numerical representation models. Many post-processing are carried out in the system itself, and they are visualized in this system. Then we have got a climatological information management system. We have got more than 100 years old data, and all this data digitized from 1901 onwards. And this data provides us to assess the hazardness, the vulnerability, and the risk on a particular state or a particular district or a particular station. And based on that, it also helps us to find out the impact risk forecast and risk warning. Therefore, this climatological information, which is available in India Meteorological Department, has been developed in terms of the data integration for the system. And finally, utilizing all these things, we go for public weather information systems, which provides impact risk forecast and risk-based warning. The entire process is based on weather forecasting and warning process re-engineering for digital transformation. So while doing all these things, we adopted methodology. Like first we did the baseline study, then we identify the problem. We hold the stakeholders consultation by organizing the workshop with various stakeholders. Then we go for designing, developing, and testing and commissioning. Then capacity building and awareness program was conducted within IMD and all allied organizations. We got the feedback, and then the feedback mechanism also in the system to evaluate continuously in the system for future requirements. Next. So these are the high-level architecture. I will not discuss with you, but I want to say that there is a front end and there is a back end. The front end infrastructure enables the general public, disaster managers, to access the various types of information. In the back end, our forecasters, meteorologists, they can access, they can visualize, they can synthesize, they can operate, and they can take a decision with their knowledge, experience, expertise. While most of the part has been objective in nature, there is still scope to modify the forecast on early warning by the collective knowledge, experience, and expertise earned every day through a video conference system among the forecasters. Next, please. So this is the geospatial services of IMD. I request to have given the URL above. This is the impact forecast modules we have generated. You name any severe weather event, we will find it from the website. I request upon all the viewers here, please visit our website. You can find out web-based, JS-based information for various utilization which has been carried out utilizing the decision support system. There are various applications, including the severe weather, be it heat wave, cold wave, or cyclones, or be it the highway forecast or the railways forecast, or be it the hydrological supports required for any other uses, or be it mountain meteorology or power sector, transport sector, and many more. Next, please. So if you look at the project coverage, geographical spread, you will find that it is covering 100% of the area of the country, and also it covers the North Indian Ocean, like Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East, all these countries who are also benefited by this development of the decision support system. We also population coverage, if you just look at it, has 100% population projected to be benefited by this development. But actually, at present, population actually benefited is about, say, 80%, but there is still scope to penetrate with the help of all our early warning decision support system like Common Alert Protocol, etc. At present, we are utilizing Common Alert Protocol, and the system is linked to Common Alert Protocol. So this is just beneficiaries and projects you can see. I'll just tell you some examples. Now let us take at national level, all the forecasters are the beneficiaries. Disaster management authorities like NDMA, SDMA, NDRF, DDMA are the beneficiaries. The stakeholders like urban, power, health, energy, and agriculture, aviation, transport, marine sectors, all are our beneficiaries with this development. merit of the services over North Indian Ocean has been another inspiring story for international services. We provide international support in terms of the merit of the service to all the countries in this region, all the ships flying in this region. Similarly, the international civil aviation gets benefited because of this support system in the Asia Pacific region. We have a WMSK panel on tropical cyclones where 13 countries get benefited with improved forecast and services due to this decision support system. Similarly, severe weather forecast is being provided to 9 South Asian countries because of these systems, and it improved one. On the right-hand side, if you just look at these benefits are the faster and more accurate weather forecast, the reduced loss of life and property, the cost saving, approximately we have saved 250 crores. If I compare with the Meteorological system, which we took at that time in 2009, we have saved 250 crores. There is no CAMC and there is no system procured from outside, and everything is indigenous and it's Make in India initiative. The DSS has successfully eliminated the procurement and expenditure towards that from the foreign lands. Now, accurate cyclone forecast, for example, if I tell you in case of 2023 cyclone, if you remember it was 0 death. In 2024 cyclone in Odisha, also Dana, that was 0 death. Not only that, just look at the series of this death, you should find that it has limited deaths. Only single-digit deaths or double-digit deaths are achieved in the recent years because of this early warning system providing initiative for the early actions. There is a success story of early warning followed by the early actions. Left-hand side, there is a diagram showing the cyclone Dana, how accurately it was predicted. The black one indicates the actual track of the cyclone. Red one indicates the forecast track. You can see that 5 days ahead, how accurately it is indicated the track, intensity, landfall point, landfall time, and hence the expected rainfall will be in terms of etc. Next, please. So, if you look at the interoperability, earlier in India Meteorological Department, there are different subdivisions. Say, for example, there is Cyclone Warning Center, and there is a Meteorological Center, and the Regional Meteorological Center, there is a Flood Forecasting and Guidance Center like, say, Flood Meteorological Office. All these we are providing, for example, in the cyclone, all these centers are providing their guidance independently. But this system has enabled to integrate all these things and interoperate. So it has enabled the dissemination more accurately and more timely. It has enabled a better accuracy. It has enabled the synergy among the various warning being issued for a given weather systems in a multi-hazard scenario. And there is a consistency among warning and forecast being issued at present, which is lacking sometimes because of its manual nature earlier. Non-repetition of warning to the user. The same user earlier will get the flash for guidance in case of cyclone from one center, and they will get also the heavy rainfall warning from another center. They'll get cyclone forecast from another center. They'll get river prediction forecast from another center. Now all these things have been eliminated, all have been integrated, and this is the success story of multi-hazard interoperability. And it is also enabled to composite hazard and impact assessment due to a given cyclone or heavy rainfall event or heat wave or thunderstorms. And hence we have got a better risk assessment utilizing the GIS. Next. Now this is the multi-hazard interoperability on an example I was talking about. So I just told all these things. So there is heavy rainfall forecast at the meteorological subdivision level. There is a district level heavy rainfall forecast. There is a QPE, that is quantitative precipitation forecast for flood warning. There is flash for guidance. There is storm surge warning. They are going independent. Now everything is available in one basket. That is the multi-hazard early warning decision support system. Next, please. So this is just an example of the cyclone Dana. You can find out how accurately, how integrated manner it is being generated from the system and being provided in seamless manner every 3 hours or every 6 hours to disaster managers, stakeholders, and general public. So these are some integrated I will not tell you, but I want to say that these are the products being generated in an integrated manner from the multi-hazard early warning decision support system. Next, please. So this is another example of the heavy rainfall that you can find out in the monsoon season. That heavy rainfall, we provide impact-based forecast and risk-based warning. We have prepared the impact matrix to district level. And in this system, we have integrated that impact matrix for each district. And when you give, say, for example, a red color warning expecting extremely heavy rainfall in a particular district, automatically a viewer, a user can see what is the impact expected and what is the action suggested for them. Next, please. So this is an example of the heat wave. So you know that heat wave is a very important, very dangerous severe weather phenomena occurring in our country, being a tropical country. You can see that heat wave does not depend upon only the frequency, it depends on the intensity. Therefore, it caters to the development of the district-wise heat wave and severe wave of frequency and intensity. It takes care of warm night and severe warm night. It finds out the persistence of heat over a particular district. It finds out persistence of warm night in a particular district. It finds out the severity in terms of the percentile, say 90th percentile, 90th percentile, 98th percentile of heat wave conditions which is going to be affected in a particular district. Similarly, warm night conditions. Humidity congestion band factor in assessment or impact of the heat wave. So it also takes into consideration the humidity, and therefore the heat index is generated. Finally, if you just look at the product which goes to the public, the composite heat index, it takes care, it provides warning in terms of heat wave watch, heat wave alert, heat wave warning, and it also takes into consideration the various expected impacts like human health, agriculture, livestock, transport, economy, water resources. Also, it suggests the actions like human health, energy, livestock, transport, what action has to be taken by a government or by a farmer or by any stakeholder. Next. Here, another success story is that this system enabled us to introduce a new forecast that is called a Mosam Gram, or you can say Har Mosam, Har Ghar Mosam. Anywhere you can find a forecast. There is a forecast with the Minister of Panchayat Raj, with the Minister of Rural Development, who have integrated their mobile apps, and also it goes to Ministry of Agriculture, Management Welfare, State Agriculture Department. Everywhere you can find out it is being connected. If you have the name of the panchayat, you can write the name of the panchayat in a website or in a mobile app. Go to Mosam page, and you can find out a forecast for next 10 days. Example is shown here. Similarly, now common alert protocol is integrated. For example, for contrast on the right-hand side diagram, you can see there are certain areas which is contour has been drawn, green, yellow, orange, and red. And red area means it is most probable and most severe thunderstorm activity is going to occur there, and action is being taken by the concerned people and concerned national managers. And this is being generated in this multi-hazard annual decision support system and being exported to the common alert portal and is being implemented by the state level. And also, all this seeing has resulted in improvement in forecast accuracy. Next, please. So, scalability, if you just consider the system is scalable in space. For example, I can operate over the Indian region at the shown in top. Also, I can find out what is happening in South China Sea. For example, at present, if you will see, there is a cyclone called Wi-Fi over South China Sea, which is crossing near Vietnam, and we are expecting that its remnant will come to North Indian Ocean. So, I have got the facility here now to monitor, operate the South Indian Ocean or South China Sea and find out what are the systems, whether there will be any impact on our region, etc. So, it is scalable with respect to space, with respect to time, also with respect to type of data. Whether it is satellite data or radar data, whether it is CSB or whether it is Grid 1 or Grid 2, any type of data it can assimilate. Also, it has got scalable technology. Any new technology can be integrated here. It is open access. It is developed using open source technology and can be operated with latest technology also. Next. Now, replicability, if you just look at this developed multi-hazard advisory system can be replicated for various stakeholders. For example, now already we have done it for Indian Railways. We are doing it for national highways. We are doing it for marine sector. And also we are doing it for aviation sector. Similarly, for power sector also it has been developed. Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian Army, they have requested us to develop the decision support system for them. And also there is enough scope. For agriculture already we have developed decision support system. There is enough scope to extend it and replicate it in various applications which is based on weather and climate informations. Also, it can replicate for any country in the world. If any country, poor country, say in a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, if any country requests us, we can develop for that country this multi-hazard early decision support system. Now, process reengineering has accomplished over 90% data collection, quality control, and real-time integration has been automated in a seamless ingestion from multiple sources to improve detection accuracy of the weather systems and their impact. Numerical weather modeling improved in decision making has improved by about 95%, enabling more accurate risk assessment. Forecast and warning generation has been fully re-engineered to deliver real-time alerts for timely actions. It has increased the lead period from 5 to 7 days. It has reduced the time to prepare the forecast by about 3 hours. It has increased the accuracy by about 15 to 20% in the recent time compared to the previous time. So dynamic GIS mapping, decision support system, automated severe weather alerts have been implemented for the forecasters, for the common public, for the disaster managers, and other stakeholders. Now, forecast is now more accurate, efficient, and responsive to sector-specific needs across India. Now, I will conclude here telling that it is for Sarvadam Hidaya or Sarvadam Sukhaya. It stands for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It stands for welfare of the people, and this acronym UPAHIT stands for welfare. And here we have targeted the major welfare sectors like urban, power, hydrology, health, environment, agriculture, transport, and tourism, where this multi-hazard early warning support system is playing a dominant role to provide weather and climate support for various socio-economic activities in the country. So thank you very much, sir.
Very much. I have one question. What is the downloads on this Mausam and what is the dissemination of this? How often is it being used? The Mausam app.
Yes, sir. Sir, this Mausam has been launched this year, and at present it's more than 50K, sir. And at the same time, sir,
how is the Mausam app being received? How is the Mausam app being received? What is the number of rating
sir,
of this app?
Sir, shall I demonstrate, sir? Just 1 minute, you can demonstrate, sir.
I downloaded the app. It is looking quite good, actually.
Yeah.
I downloaded the app as you were presenting. So what is here? This is how it looks, yes.
And sir, in addition to this direct access, Mausam has been integrated with Meri Panchayat, and also it's going through each and every Panchayat secretary, ward member, sarpanch through their mobile apps. It's also going to Krishi Sakhi and Pasu Sakhi from the Ministry of Rural Development. And so this is real-time Mausam app.
And are you planning to bring in any AI elements for disaggregated data? For example, if I want to see a particular town or village, Masuri weather right now, can I get that kind of analysis?
Yes, sir. We can do that, and also we are working towards Mausam GPT, where the persons also can put the questions and they can get the reply.
So this is the final stage of development of the app, or are there any future developments that are being planned?
Sir, we
it's
are
a fully developed app?
Sir, we are planning to further improve it with improvement in data assimilation in the app itself, and also to extend its approach to last mile. Sir. We are talking to different ministries so that in their mobile app also this Mausam can be integrated.
Thank you very much. I'll invite our Joint Secretary, Srimati Sarita Chavanji, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Respected secretaries, DARPG senior officials from the central ministries, states, and duty governments, our esteemed speakers and participants here in the conference room, and all those who have joined us online. It is an honor to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the DARPG. This initiative of DARPG is for presenting the award-winning digital governance practices for dissemination of knowledge, and also on effective methods of designing and implementing e-governance initiatives to spread such initiatives to all those who would be interested in replication also, and also gain benefit out of these initiatives. As I said, the aim is to promote exchange of experiences, because we find that e-governance is the most effective and efficient means of governance emerging to bring governance closer to the people, and it is contributing hugely in solving problems, in mitigating risks, resolving issues, and planning for accelerated development. So at the outset, I would like to convey my deepest gratitude to Shri Srinivas, Chief Secretary DRPG, for his visionary leadership, his continued support and guidance throughout this initiative. Through his resolute commitment to achieving digitally empowered citizens and digitally empowered institutions, is a driving force behind the department's efforts for digital governance with clarity of purpose and directions. Thank you so much, sir. The two award-winning projects which were presented today are the winners of Gold and Silver Awards under the category Government Process Reengineering by Use of Technology for Digital Transformation by the central government ministries. And in this category, we had received 70 nominations, and out of some very close, I can say, competition with very good initiatives taken by many such ministries, we had a difficult time to at least shortlist the two best ones, and many others are equally good in different areas, and these two awards are also exceptional in the manner in which they are contributing to the development at a different level. They may not be actually they may not be actually a public service delivery involved directly to the citizens, but they are of benefit to the institutions, to the state governments, whereby they can use these digital initiatives for bringing about reforms. So the mining tenement system has transformed the mining governance, as we know, by replacing paper-based workflows, a digital automated GIS integrated platform, and thereby significantly reducing the processing time. It is very important because we have seen times, sir, when the all the mining and minerals are not available to the people in the public, and those are the times when even the individual beneficiaries are affected, and the development, of course, of the country does get affected. The second initiative, which is the Silver Award winning project, is the multi-hazard early warning decision support system, which is developed. It's also redefined weather forecasting and disaster management, and they have contributed to saving lives, reducing economic losses, and improving decision making in critical sectors. The Mosam app also provides a whole range of services to the people, and I congratulate and thank both the speakers of both these initiatives. They have truly demonstrated how reimagining the traditional processes through the digital innovations can lead to more efficient, transparent, citizen-centric governance. I would also like to thank all the distinguished participants, the principal secretaries, secretaries of administrative reforms and IT department for joining us today. And I hope that the takeaways are useful in the longer run. And the deputy commissioners, district magistrates, and other senior officials also, thank you for joining us today. And your active engagement in future is also going to see that the benefits from these webinar series are taken forward as we move towards digital governance. And it's not just a platform for recognition. We look forward to building this momentum through the upcoming sessions in the following weeks also. And with this, sir, I thank all of you again, and we'll continue these presentations every month. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We'll conclude the webinar here. Thank you.